This is the Mundrabila meteorite. It crashed into the Nullarbor in 1988.
Traveling at unimaginable speeds and emerging from the depths of space, these massive comets made a lasting impact on Earth. They reshaped lands, wiped out species, and left behind scars that still exist today. And if you want to know what more they could do, you better watch the video.
This forms this cool structure called a fusion crust, which looked kind of shiny and a bit black.
This particular one fell in 1947 in Siberia as part of a larger meteorite shower, and this has the oxide crust, the melting crust on the surface.
A fiery explosion lit up the Russian sky in 1947 as the Chicxulub meteorite came crashing down. Unlike most meteorites, this one shattered midair, sending thousands of iron fragments raining over the snowy Siberian landscape. Witnesses described a blinding flash and a deafening boom as the fireball split apart, leaving behind a massive impact field. The explosion was so intense that trees were knocked down and deep craters marked the ground.
Came to halt in Siberia, making large stretches of the Siberian forest into a kind of wasteland.
When explorers arrived, they found twisted pieces of metal, some smooth and others torn apart by the violent entry. Even today, fragments of the Chicxulub meteorite are scattered across the region, each piece holding the memory of the day the sky itself seemed to erupt. It was a powerful reminder that space is never truly silent. Mundrabila meteorite.
This is the Mundrabila meteorite. This piece is on display in Albany, Western Australia. It crashed into the Nullarbor in 1988.
Scattered across the vast Australian outback, the Mundrabila meteorite is one of the strangest space rocks ever discovered. Unlike most iron meteorites, its structure is riddled with pockets of minerals and an unusually porous texture. Weighing a staggering 12 tons, it was found in pieces, suggesting it broke apart long before reaching Earth. Scientists believe it originated from a shattered asteroid, drifting aimlessly through space until gravity pulled it into our planet's path. What makes it even more fascinating is the possibility that it holds clues to how metal-rich asteroids formed billions of years ago. While it now rests in museums and research centers, its scattered remains still dot the remote Australian desert, a quiet reminder that space is always watching, and sometimes it sends pieces of itself crashing down to us. Campo del Cielo.
This forms this cool structure called a fusion crust, which looked kind of shiny and a bit black.
Scattered across Argentina, massive chunks of metal tell the story of a dramatic space event. Around 4,000 years ago, a giant meteorite shattered in the atmosphere, sending iron fragments crashing to Earth. Some of these pieces are enormous. The El Chaco meteorite weighs an unbelievable 37 tons. Ancient people believed these metal rocks were gifts from the gods, but in reality, they came from deep space. Unlike craters that leave a single impact site, Campo del Cielo spread destruction across miles, proving how powerful even smaller fragments can be. If a similar event happened today, it could be devastating. Looking at these massive space rocks, one thing is for sure: Earth has been hit before, and it will happen again.
The site was discovered in 1576 by Captain Maraval, but it has been known for a much longer period by the indigenous people who used this stone for centuries to make their own stone tools.
Manicouagan crater. A massive ring-shaped lake in Canada's Quebec region marks the site of one of Earth's oldest impact craters, the Manicouagan crater. Formed over 214 million years ago, this cosmic collision left a 60-mile-wide crater, now partially filled with water, creating a nearly perfect circle visible from space. Scientists believe the asteroid that caused it may have been part of a larger impact event, possibly striking Earth in multiple locations. What makes this crater unique is its preservation. Unlike many ancient impacts that eroded over time, Manicouagan's structure remains distinct. If the impact had occurred in a different era, it could have triggered mass extinctions. Today, this breathtaking crater serves as a quiet reminder of Earth's turbulent past, when space rocks ruled the skies. Almahata Sitta. On a quiet night in 2008, astronomers watched in real time as an asteroid hurtled toward Earth. It wasn't just any asteroid. This was the first time in history that scientists had tracked one before impact. When it exploded over the Nubian desert in Sudan, thousands of small meteorites, now known as Almahata Sitta, rained down onto the sand. These fragments were unlike anything seen before, containing a mix of materials from deep space, including tiny diamonds formed under extreme pressure. Scientists believe these diamonds may have come from a long-lost planet that was destroyed billions of years ago. Each piece of Almahata Sitta is like a puzzle piece from the early solar system, offering a rare glimpse into a world that no longer exists. Tagish Lake Meteorite.
Tagish fell in January of 2000 in northern British Columbia. The original meteor, as it was streaking through the sky, may have weighed as much as 200 tons.
A frozen lake in Canada became the site of an extraordinary discovery in 2000 when a fireball streaked across the sky and shattered into pieces over the icy landscape. The Tagish Lake meteorite wasn't just any space rock. It was one of the most primitive ever found, preserving materials from the birth of the solar system. Because it landed on ice and was quickly collected, it remained uncontaminated, allowing scientists to study its delicate structure. Inside, they found organic molecules and even traces of water, hinting at the possibility that meteorites like this one once delivered the ingredients for life. To this day, Tagish Lake remains one of the most scientifically valuable meteorites, a frozen relic from a time before Earth had even formed. Shoemaker Crater. Tucked away in the harsh Australian outback, Shoemaker Crater is a silent witness to Earth's violent past. It's one of the oldest impact sites on the planet, dating back 1.7 billion years. Over time, erosion has hidden much of its original shape, but traces of its explosive origin remain. The crater is named after Eugene Shoemaker, a scientist who dedicated his life to studying asteroids and planetary impacts. He helped us understand the dangers lurking in space, making his name a fitting tribute to this ancient scar. Though it's barely visible now, its presence is a reminder that Earth has always been in the path of space rocks, and someday, another one could be heading our way. Lonar Crater. In the heart of India, a deep crater holds a strange secret. Lonar Crater isn't just a hole in the ground. It's home to a lake with water that defies explanation. Scientists have found that one part of the lake is acidic, while the other is alkaline, something rarely seen on Earth. This giant impact site formed about 50,000 years ago when a meteorite slammed into solid basalt rock, making it one of the only craters of its kind. Ancient texts even mention a bright light from the sky, possibly describing the moment it formed. Today, its unique ecosystem fascinates researchers, with tiny organisms thriving in its unusual waters. A crater like this makes you wonder, what else is out there that we still don't understand? Hoba Meteorite. In the heart of Namibia, a colossal chunk of metal lies buried in the earth. The Hoba Meteorite, weighing around 60 tons. This is the largest intact meteorite ever found. Unlike fiery impact craters, Hoba somehow landed without creating one, puzzling scientists for decades. Composed mostly of iron and nickel, it has rested undisturbed for thousands of years, blending into the landscape like an ancient relic from space. Some believe its strange flat shape slowed it down, preventing a catastrophic explosion. But imagine the sheer force it must have carried when it first entered Earth's atmosphere. Even today, this alien rock remains an enigma, silently reminding us that the universe occasionally drops surprises far beyond human understanding. Chicxulub impactor. 66 million years ago, a cosmic monster struck Earth, forever changing history. The Chicxulub impactor, an asteroid over 6 miles wide, smashed into what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula with unimaginable force. This wasn't just any impact. It triggered firestorms, tsunamis, and a global winter that wiped out the dinosaurs. The crater it left behind stretches over 90 miles wide, buried beneath layers of rock and time. Scientists believe this event reshaped life on Earth, giving rise to mammals and, eventually, humans. Without it, dinosaurs might still roam the planet. Today, its hidden scars remain, a haunting reminder that the universe doesn't play favorites. Could another impact like this happen again? Earth can only hope history doesn't repeat itself. Popigai Crater. Hidden beneath the icy wilderness of Siberia lies a crater with a violent past. The Popigai Crater, formed around 35 million years ago by an asteroid nearly 5 miles wide. This impact left a 60-mile-wide scar on the Earth. But what makes it truly fascinating is what it created: diamonds. The extreme heat and pressure from the impact transformed the surrounding graphite into diamond deposits unlike any other on Earth. Some scientists even claim these impact diamonds could have industrial uses beyond ordinary gemstones. Yet, due to its remote location, much of its treasure remains untouched. The Popigai Crater is more than just an impact site. It's proof that destruction can sometimes lead to extraordinary creation, hiding secrets that still wait to be uncovered. Barringer Crater. In the Arizona desert, a massive pit in the ground tells the story of a devastating impact. The Barringer Crater. Around 50,000 years ago, a 160-foot-wide iron meteorite slammed into the Earth with the force of several nuclear bombs. The explosion gouged out a mile-wide crater, throwing debris for miles. Unlike many ancient impact sites, this crater remains well preserved, offering a glimpse into the power of cosmic collisions. When first discovered, many believed it was a volcanic crater, but scientist Daniel Barringer proved it was an impact site, giving it its name. Today, it's one of the best-studied craters in the world. Standing at its edge, you can't help but wonder, what if something that size hit today? The thought alone is chilling. Beaverhead Crater. Buried beneath Montana and Idaho, the Beaverhead Crater is one of North America's largest and most mysterious impact sites. Estimated to be over 600 million years old, this crater once stretched nearly 40 miles wide, though erosion has hidden much of its original form. Scientists only confirmed its existence after discovering shocked quartz, a mineral deformed by intense impact pressure. Unlike famous craters with visible rims, Beaverhead's ancient scars are mostly concealed, making it a silent witness to a forgotten cosmic event. What kind of asteroid could have caused such destruction? And what else remains buried beneath the landscape? The Beaverhead Crater may not be as famous as others, but its presence is a reminder that Earth's past is filled with cosmic collisions far beyond our understanding. Boltysh Crater. Deep in Ukraine, beneath layers of rock and soil, lies a crater with a mystery. The Boltysh Crater formed around 65 million years ago, right around the time dinosaurs vanished. At first, scientists thought it was part of the same event that wiped them out, but as they dug deeper, they realized it might have hit Earth just before or after the Chicxulub impact. Was it part of a series of asteroid strikes? Could Earth have been caught in a cosmic disaster bigger than we ever imagined? The crater itself is hidden from sight today, but its story still raises big questions. If this was one of several impacts, then maybe Earth's history is even more chaotic than we thought. Mistastin Crater. Hidden in the remote wilderness of Canada, Mistastin Crater is more than just an ancient impact site. It's a place that could help us explore space. Around 36 million years ago, a massive asteroid smashed into the ground, melting the surface and forming a lake that still exists today. What makes it even more special? The rocks here are similar to the ones on the moon. That's why NASA has sent astronauts to train here, using it as a practice ground for future lunar missions. Walking through Mistastin feels like stepping onto another world, a rare glimpse into how violent impacts can reshape a planet. It's a place where past destruction is now fueling future discoveries. Gibeon meteorite. Long ago, something incredible happened over Namibia. An explosion in the sky sent pieces of a massive meteorite scattering across the land. The Gibeon meteorite wasn't just any space rock. It was an iron-nickel behemoth that had traveled for billions of years before shattering in Earth's atmosphere. For centuries, local tribes used its metal for tools and weapons, unaware they were holding pieces of the cosmos. When explorers rediscovered the fragments, scientists were stunned by their intricate crystalline structure, revealing a cosmic masterpiece formed in the cold depths of space. Even today, its shimmering metallic patterns make it one of the most prized meteorites on Earth. Each fragment is a reminder that the universe has been hurling its secrets toward us for longer than we can comprehend. Cape York meteorite. Imagine stumbling upon a chunk of metal so ancient it predates human civilization. That's exactly what happened with the Cape York meteorite, one of the largest ever found. It crashed into Greenland thousands of years ago, but the indigenous Inuit had been using it for generations, forging tools from its iron. When explorers finally learned of its existence, they were shocked by its sheer size. The biggest piece, named Anegito, weighs over 34 tons. It took a specially built wooden railway to move it onto a ship bound for the American Museum of Natural History. Today, it stands as a silent giant, whispering tales of deep space and fiery impacts. This meteorite isn't just a rock, it's a relic from the universe's past, waiting for us to uncover its mysteries. Willamette meteorite. There's something eerie about the Willamette meteorite. It's the largest ever found in the United States, but no impact crater has ever been discovered. That means it likely traveled great distances, carried by ancient glaciers before finally resting in Oregon. Weighing over 15 tons, its iron surface is scarred with deep pits formed by cosmic fire and earthly rain. To the native Clackamas people, it was a sacred object, a gift from the heavens. When settlers took it, a legal battle erupted over ownership. Now it sits in a museum, but its presence still feels otherworldly. Visitors can't help but run their hands along its surface, feeling the rough edges of something that survived the violent journey through space. It's a reminder that the universe sometimes delivers its wonders in the strangest ways. El Chaco meteorite. Deep in Argentina's Chaco province lies an enormous celestial survivor, the El Chaco meteorite. Part of the Campo del Cielo meteorite field, this massive chunk of iron nickel is one of the largest intact meteorites ever found. For centuries, it remained hidden beneath the earth, with only whispers of its existence in local legends. When explorers finally unearthed it, they realized its incredible origin, a colossal meteor storm that bombarded the region thousands of years ago. Scientists have since studied its composition, uncovering clues about the violent forces that shaped our solar system. Even today, pieces of the Campo del Cielo continue to be found, proving that Earth has been a target for cosmic impacts far longer than we ever imagined. Bacubirito meteorite. In the heart of Sinaloa, Mexico, lies a space traveler unlike any other, the Bacubirito meteorite. This colossal iron rock is over 4 meters long, making it one of the longest meteorites ever found. When it was unearthed in the 1800s, people were stunned by its sheer size, realizing it had been resting beneath their feet for centuries. Scientists believe it entered Earth's atmosphere thousands of years ago, yet it left no visible crater, raising questions about how it landed. Now displayed in a museum, its rough, metallic surface tells a story older than humanity itself. Visitors stand in awe, imagining the moment this enormous chunk of the cosmos came crashing down, a reminder that Earth has always been a destination for wandering celestial giants. Mbozi meteorite. Near the rolling hills of Tanzania, a massive rock sits half buried in the earth. The Mbozi meteorite is one of the largest known meteorites, yet for centuries, it went unnoticed. Locals knew of its presence long before scientists arrived, but without an impact crater, its arrival remained a mystery. Weighing over 16 tons, this iron-rich rock is unlike anything found on Earth, its smooth surface shaped by the violent journey through space. When researchers finally studied it, they realized it had been on Earth far longer than anyone expected. Today, it remains in its original resting place, untouched and surrounded by the landscape that hid it for so long. Standing before it, one can't help but wonder how many more cosmic visitors are still waiting to be discovered. Fukang Meteorite. There are ordinary meteorites, and then there's the Fukang meteorite, one of the most stunning space rocks ever discovered. Found in China, this rare palisite meteorite is filled with golden crystals of olivine embedded in a metallic iron structure. When sunlight passes through, the crystals glow like stained glass, creating an otherworldly sight. Scientists believe this meteorite came from deep within a destroyed asteroid, offering a glimpse into the formation of planets. Unlike dark, metallic meteorites, Fukang's dazzling appearance makes it one of the most valuable ever found. Sliced into sections, it reveals a mesmerizing pattern that seems too perfect to be natural. Looking at it, it's hard to believe this shimmering beauty drifted through space for billions of years before finding its way to Earth. Nantan Meteorite. Centuries ago, the sky over China was torn apart by a fiery streak as the Nantan meteorite entered the atmosphere. Historical records from 1516 describe a shower of falling stones, but it wasn't until the 20th century that the scattered fragments were studied. Unlike many meteorites, Nantan is rich in iron, making it incredibly dense and heavy. Over time, the elements corroded its surface, blending it with the Earth until it was nearly forgotten. When scientists analyzed it, they found it had traveled through space for billions of years before its fiery descent. Today, its rusted remains are a stark contrast to the fireball that once lit up the sky, a silent relic of an ancient cosmic event that was witnessed long before anyone knew what a meteorite truly was. Carbonaceous chondrites meteorite. Buried within certain meteorites are the oldest secrets of the universe, pieces of the building blocks that created planets. Carbonaceous chondrites are unlike ordinary space rocks. They contain water, organic compounds, and even amino acids, the essential ingredients for life. When scientists cracked open these dark, fragile stones, they found materials older than Earth itself, dating back over 4.5 billion years. Some believe these meteorites may have carried the first seeds of life to our planet. The fact that they still fall to Earth today raises an even bigger question. Could they have done the same for other worlds? These rare messengers from space continue to challenge our understanding of where life truly began, leaving behind mysteries that science has yet to fully explain. Peakskill meteorite. October 9th, 1992 was a night that changed one person's life forever. A blazing fireball streaked across the sky, witnessed by thousands as it traveled over the eastern United States. But this meteorite wasn't done making history. It crashed directly into a parked car in Peakskill, New York, crushing the trunk and leaving a dented, smoldering rock behind. The bright green Chevy Malibu became just as famous as the meteorite itself, as the impact was one of the most well-documented in history. Videos from across the country captured the meteor's descent, making it one of the most studied fireballs ever. Today, the car and the meteorite are museum pieces, forever linked by a moment when the cosmos reached down and left its mark in the most unexpected way. Vredefort meteorite. Over 2 billion years ago, Earth endured a cosmic disaster that left a scar so massive it's still visible today. The Vredefort crater in South Africa. This impact, caused by a meteorite nearly 10 miles wide, is the largest confirmed on Earth. When it struck, it unleashed energy equal to millions of nuclear bombs, reshaping the land and sending shockwaves across the planet. The crater itself has eroded over time, but its remains still stretch over 190 miles. Scientists believe this event may have played a role in shaping Earth's geology, possibly even influencing the planet's atmosphere. If such an impact happened today, it would be beyond catastrophic. The Vredefort meteorite's legacy is a chilling reminder of space's untamed power. Sudbury meteorite. Nearly 1.8 billion years ago, a giant meteorite crashed into what is now Ontario, Canada, leaving behind one of the oldest and largest impact structures on Earth, the Sudbury Basin. This wasn't just any impact. It was a fireball that melted rock, scattered debris for miles, and created a crater over 160 miles wide. But what makes this meteorite special is what it left behind: rich deposits of nickel, copper, and precious metals. Over time, mining operations uncovered the hidden treasures buried by the impact. Without this cosmic collision, Sudbury might never have become one of the world's top mining regions. A disaster turned into fortune, proving that even destruction from space can shape the future in unexpected ways. Tunguska Event. June 30th, 1908. An ordinary morning in Siberia turned into a scene from another world. A mysterious explosion flattened over 800 square miles of forest near the Tunguska River. No impact crater was ever found, yet the force was equal to 1,000 atomic bombs. Witnesses saw a fireball streak across the sky before a blinding flash shook the land. Scientists believe it was a meteor or comet that exploded mid-air, releasing devastating energy before reaching the ground. If this had happened over a city, it would have wiped it off the map. The Tunguska event remains one of Earth's greatest unsolved mysteries. Proof that the sky above holds unpredictable dangers, waiting for the right moment to strike again. Chelyabinsk meteor. A quiet morning in Russia took a terrifying turn on February 15, 2013, when the sky lit up with a blinding fireball. The Chelyabinsk meteor, a 60 feet wide space rock, entered Earth's atmosphere at 42,000 miles per hour, exploding with a force 30 times greater than the Hiroshima bomb. What made it even more shocking? No one saw it coming. This meteor's unexpected arrival was a wake-up call, proving that Earth is still vulnerable to space threats. Scientists later recovered fragments from a frozen lake, revealing its ancient origins. The Chelyabinsk meteor wasn't just a spectacle. It was a warning that the universe is far from silent, and another surprise could strike at any time. Poland dashcam meteor. On October 31st, a brilliant fireball lit up the night sky over Poland, leaving people in awe. Dashcam footage captured the massive green light glowing intensely. Witnesses described it as a surreal moment, as the meteor burned brightly for a few seconds before disappearing. The Polish Fireball Network confirmed that this was a bolide, a meteor that explodes in the atmosphere, seen by people across the country. Reports flooded in from amazed onlookers, and both the American Meteor Society and the International Meteor Association logged over 60 sightings. Some speculated it might have left fragments behind, but for many, it was simply a breathtaking reminder of the wonders hidden in the vastness of space. Meteorite in Karachi. Karachi's night sky turned into a spectacle no one saw coming. Out of nowhere, a fiery streak ripped through the darkness, glowing so bright that it seemed like daylight for a split second. People on the streets stopped in their tracks, some pulling out their phones, while others just stood in shock. The meteor burned brilliantly, its trail stretching across the sky before vanishing without a trace. Social media exploded with videos, each one capturing the unbelievable moment from different angles. Experts say it was a space rock breaking apart, but no one knows if any fragments made it to the ground. Was this just a random cosmic event, or a sign of something bigger? Either way, for those who saw it, that night will never be forgotten. Australia night meteor. A blazing fireball lit up the night sky over southwest Australia, leaving people stunned. Calls flooded the Perth Observatory as witnesses described a massive streak of light tearing through the atmosphere. It moved fast, so fast that scientists estimate it was traveling at nearly 20 kilometers per second. The meteor's glow was intense, sparking curiosity and even a bit of fear. Did it burn up completely, or did fragments make it to the ground? Experts from Curtin University are now searching for answers, focusing on the area near York, about 100 kilometers east of Perth. If pieces are found, they could reveal secrets about space rocks traveling through our solar system. But for those who saw it, one thing is certain: it was a night they won't forget. Meteorite crash.
Fall of a meteorite hitting the surface of the Earth with sound included.
A quiet evening on Prince Edward Island took a shocking turn when homeowners returned to find a strange, star-shaped dust pattern on their walkway. At first, it seemed like just an odd patch of gray dust, until they checked their security footage. What they saw left them stunned. A fiery rock had come hurtling from the sky, striking the ground right in front of their home. Scientists from the University of Alberta later confirmed it was a meteorite, a rare space rock that had survived its intense journey through Earth's atmosphere. The impact left behind more than just dust. It became a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Could this tiny rock hold secrets from the depths of space? One thing's for sure. It turned an ordinary home into the site of an incredible cosmic event. Ensisheim meteorite. The year was 1492, and something astonishing happened in the small town of Ensisheim, France. A loud explosion shook the ground as a massive meteorite crashed into a field. Locals rushed to the site, believing it was a sign from the heavens. Even Emperor Maximilian I visited the scene, declaring the meteorite a divine omen. The 127-kilogram rock was chained inside a church to prevent it from escaping, as people feared its supernatural origins. Over time, scientists realized its true significance. It was one of the earliest documented meteorite falls. More than 500 years later, the Ensisheim meteorite still exists, displayed in a museum, its journey through space and time continuing to fascinate those who stand before it, wondering what stories it could tell. Australian beach meteor. A video surfaced online that left viewers stunned. It showed a massive meteor crashing into an Australian beach. The sky was cloudy, blending into the usual dull gray, when suddenly a blinding light streaked across the atmosphere. For a brief moment, the day turned into something far brighter. The fiery object descended at an alarming speed, heading straight for the ocean. Then, in an instant, it vanished beyond the horizon, leaving behind a glowing trail. People watching the video couldn't believe their eyes. Was it a meteor or something else entirely? Some believed it disintegrated before impact, while others were convinced it struck the water. Whatever the case, the footage sparked endless debates, reminding everyone that space always has surprises waiting to fall from above. Portugal meteor. A girl in Portugal was casually recording a TikTok video when she accidentally captured something truly incredible: a meteor streaking across the sky. She had no idea that her normal recording would turn into a once-in-a-lifetime moment. In the middle of her video, the night sky suddenly lit up with a dazzling flash of blue and green. The meteor shot across the horizon, leaving behind a glowing trail as it burned through the atmosphere. Her genuine reaction made the video even more unforgettable, and it quickly went viral. People online couldn't stop talking about how lucky she was to witness such a rare cosmic event. One moment she was making a TikTok, and the next, she had filmed one of the most stunning meteor sightings Portugal had ever seen. Russian meteor. On February 15, 2013, people in Russia's Ural Mountains woke up to a sight they would never forget. A bright fireball suddenly streaked across the sky over Chelyabinsk, lighting up the morning like a second sun. The meteor, about 20 meters wide, had entered Earth's atmosphere at an incredible speed before breaking apart high above the ground. Dash cams and security cameras caught the whole thing, and the footage quickly spread worldwide. The event was a shocking reminder that space rocks can appear without warning, turning an ordinary day into a moment of history.